umpire says nothing. It's really a great break. It's just his day right now. He still needs to make this to stay 10 pins behind.
All right.
That's a bittersweet spare, Chris. Sometimes you feel like maybe you got a great break over your opponent that you didn't need. Now, you know, Bob Learn's a very conscientious guy, and he would have never called interference if indeed he truly wasn't interfered with. So let's play by the rules, and right now Bob Learn trails by 10 pins, has a spare working in the second frame. He said he gets 2 re-racks. That's each game, using his first one of this match.
Third frame strike for Bob Learn. If you just joined us, he rolled a perfect 300 game in the opener here against Johnny Petraglia, who shot a 279. For Learn, $100,000. 2 years ago, Johnny Petraglia experienced the same thrill. Three in a row for Parker Bohn, the third.
Natural talent, exceptional style, knee bend, footwork. And one of the key things you can watch with Parker here is that the lower you get with your shoulders over your knees, now watch him on this shot, the less you have to squeeze the ball. Thereby you get a more effective and consistent roll. Now watch that. Shoulders over your knees, lower knee bend. You don't have to squeeze it. You get more revolutions.
41st TV appearance. Winner of 11 titles. Oh, the 4-pin on the left lane.
Goes high, almost has the 6-8 split with a 4-pin standing in there. The 6-pin goes out late. The 4-pin remains standing. A spare here, and he would lead by 19 through 4 frames.
During the midpoint of our semifinal game, we'll return. There's our jazz band with Chuck Lute, directing these young people who have kept the spirits up, even if they didn't need it here, because it's been excitement from the start because of this hometown hero. A perfect 300 game in the first match to Johnny Petraglia's 279. Now he's trailing by 19, can cut it to 9 with a strike in the 4th frame against Parker Bohn. Despite the high hit, a strike, Bo. Nelson?
Thank you, Chris. I got the tournament leader with me, Randy the Renegade Peterson. Randy, you think 190 can win any games out here, bud?
Better not shoot any spares, Bo. You know, you better strike like hell because these guys are throwing a lot of strikes.
How about a prediction of a score? I mean, you need a victory. You really got ripped in the last tournament. You'll have to consolidate to lose to Schlegel.
Predicted score will be a lot. I mean, there's no telling you. It might take 300 to win.
All right, Chris, I really think this man's as sharp as he's ever been before. I predict a Randy Peterson win today. We have another game to watch, though. Here we go.
Okay. Taking a 1-pin lead was Bob Learn with 3 in a row. Now with a spare up, here's Parker Bohn shooting in the 5th frame. One strike in 5 frames for Parker. Finished second overall through match play. 13 wins, 11 losses. Learn was 12, 11, and 1. This city celebrated its 200th anniversary last year. Pennsylvania legislature in 1795 said, build a town on the shores of the lake, the Great Lake, and call it Erie, after the Indians who resided here. Back in the lead. Coming up next on ABC's Wide World of Sports, the dance competitions from the NutraSweet World Challenge of Champions. Plus, we'll have a West Coast warm-up for Churchill Downs at the Santa Anita Derby presented by Visa. That's next here on ABC Sports.
Through 6 frames, only 1 pin separate the 2 players, just like the 2 previous matches. High scoring, but very tight.
Bob Learn Jr. Unbelievable afternoon for the native of Erie. Soon after 3 Eastern time, we started with a perfect 300 game by hometown Bob Learn right here against Donnie Petraglia's 279. It really hasn't gone downhill because the next game, Learn defeated John Mazza, 270-268. We have a good match going here. 11 pins separating the 2. He can pull within 1, Parker Bohn.
Scoreboard tells the story, just don't miss, and it's kind of where you miss. Learn missed in the 2nd frame. He has a potential 280 and a 1-pin lead. Parker Bohn started with 3 strikes. Really the only player to miss the pocket today, as he missed in the 4th frame going a little high. But he's recovered with 3 straight strikes and can take a 9-pin lead here in the 8th.
Back in Jackson, New Jersey, you knew that Marion Parker, the 4th, and Evan reacted to that shot. Put him back on top by 9, but also with a 4-bagger up. It's Learn shooting the 8th. Back in the lead. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, 2 Central and Pacific, ABC Sports serves up the Women's Pro Beach Volleyball Tour. We'll go to Florida for the MCI Open. Then a skating event like no other. Appearances by over 20 Olympic medalists and the final performance of Gordieva and Greenkopf. Yes, it's the Cotton Incorporated Skates of Gold #3. That's tomorrow here on ABC Sports.
9th frame, Bob Learn. Well, he knows he got a great break there. He's tripped the 4 a few times. His power is undeniable when he hits light, but when Bob Learn can trip the 4 out, I mean, he's got a wry smile on his face. It's all going his way. Watch his reaction. He knows he's pulled up a little early on this shot. How did that happen? It's my day. Parker Bohn must still keep striking, though. It's not over yet.
Parker Bohn.
Well, the 4 previous games, Chris, they've averaged 279.25. Parker has a possible 279 this game, and it may not be enough. Learn has a potential 280.
Parker's 3rd TV this year. He's had a 5th and a 3rd. Learn's 3rd as well. He had 2 seconds.
10th frame, Parker Bohn, possible 279, trails by 1, can take the lead temporarily from Learn with a strike.
All this to earn the right to meet the tournament leader, Randy Peterson, for $30,000.
Chris, how much of this can Bob Learn take? It's really a testimony of his physical conditioning. 42 games over 5 days during the week. Hometown, a lot of pressure, tickets, the whole deal. His wife told me they had more than 25 tickets they brought with him today. Then he has 2 players push him to the 10th frame in front of a national televised audience. Can he keep going? He must if he's going to win this game.
This is a pair they'll want to travel wherever they want to go, like in a basement.
Oh, boy. That's a great statement, Part. Remember, as we see this replay of the last shot by Parker Bohn, possible 279 now, that this is the pair that yielded the all-time record of 253 last year. It looks that they're going to easily break that with the championship match coming up. This match is still in doubt.
8 strikes, finishing with a 279.
Well, once again, the hometown boy, Bob Wern Jr., who's bowled 300, 270, now must bowl 280 to win this game. He must strike on all 3 balls. All 3 balls must be strikes for him to continue into the championship match.
Well, there's one. Sounds like we've said that before.
Well, the record of Jim Stefanich was 8-15 for 3 games set in 1975 in Denver. I was one of his victims in that match, I remember. Has gone by the wayside. It's just about how much Wern is going to break the record, and will he continue on to have a possible pop at the 4-game record held by David Ozio of 1070. He must strike on this ball.
Formerly held by Bo Burton, 1050.
These guys are too good, partner.
Well, in that first game where he shot at 300, he had one more ball for the perfect game, Bo.
Now he needs one more for a crack at the 30,000.
That's right.
I'll tell you, this is such a terrific performance. I remember my late father saying when a farmer plant does this well that you couldn't bowl better if you walked down and stood right in front of the pins and threw it. And that's what Bob Wern looks like. But he still needs this strike to win. If he gets a 9, we'll have a tie and a 2-frame roll-off. Here we go.
He's in the final. A 2-pin victory, and now a 1-pin victory after a perfect 300 game. 280, 279. This ABC Sports presentation of the Professional Bowlers Tour will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC station.